From the Podwires newsroom at joinpodwires.com.
Good morning and welcome to Podwire's 5 Things. I'm your host, Miguel, bringing you the essential podcast industry updates you need to know. It's Wednesday, September 17th, and wow, what a week it's been in the audio world. From Hollywood legends diving into podcasting to major industry partnerships reshaping how we consume audio content, we've got 5 stories that are absolutely shaking up the landscape. So grab your coffee, settle in, and let's dive into the biggest moves happening in podcasting right now. Let's kick things off with some star power, shall we? Twin Peaks legend and social media sensation Kyle MacLachlan is officially entering the podcast game with What Are We Even Doing? And honestly, that title alone has me hooked. Here's what makes this launch fascinating. MacLachlan, at 66, is specifically targeting millennial and Gen Z creators to decode modern culture. The show launches September 18th through iHeartRadio's Elvis Duran podcast network with debut guest Kaya Gerber, model, actress, and book club founder. But here's the kicker. MacLachlan's quote really captures the generational bridge he's trying to build. I thought, why not start talking with the next generation of actors, musicians, and creators to hear how they do it, and maybe finally figure out what chopped means while I'm at it. The production comes from Full Picture Productions, founded by his wife Desiree Gruber, making this a true family affair. With MacLachlan's 80 million social media views and his genuine curiosity about younger creators, this could be the intergenerational conversation we didn't know we needed. What's particularly smart here is the format. Each episode ends with a custom game tailored to the guest. It's that kind of thoughtful production that separates successful celebrity podcasts from vanity projects. Speaking of ambitious projects, Pave Studios is making their biggest bet yet with Crime House Daily. And when I say daily, I mean twice daily. This isn't your typical true crime podcast strategy. Launching September 15th, the show features victim empowerment specialist Katie Ring, delivering both morning and evening crime updates. We're talking 25 to 30-minute episodes twice a day, covering headline trials, active investigations, and breaking developments in real time. Here's the investment scale. Pave is putting 7 figures behind this project and hired a dedicated 8-person team just for this show. That's serious money for serious ambition. Max Cutler, founder of Pave, explained their reasoning. There really wasn't a show that was dedicated to talking about crimes that are in the zeitgeist, crimes that are happening right now that our evidence is still breaking. The format splits into First Watch mornings covering multiple cases and Night Watch evenings diving deep into single stories. But here's what caught my attention. Their Crime House TikTok channel launched just a month ago and already hit 2 million views. They're clearly tapping into something. This represents a significant shift in true crime from historical cases to real-time reporting. Whether audiences have the appetite for this much daily crime content remains to be seen, but Pave is betting big that they do. Now let's talk money. Specifically, how Amazon is positioning itself to dominate audio advertising. The tech giant just announced a major partnership between its demand-side platform and SiriusXM, and this could reshape how audio advertising works. Here's the scale we're talking about. Amazon DSP users can now access SiriusXM's streaming portfolio of over 160 million listeners, including Pandora and SoundCloud, with podcasts coming soon. This makes SiriusXM the largest audio partner in the Amazon DSP ecosystem. The pitch is compelling. Pair SiriusXM's massive reach with Amazon's first-party commerce data, then fold audio into broader omni-channel campaigns alongside display, video, and connected TV. But the bigger picture is Amazon is aggressively challenging incumbents like Google DV360 and The Trade Desk. Last week, Netflix joined Amazon DSP, causing The Trade Desk's stock to drop double digits immediately. Shireen Halal from SiriusXM framed it perfectly. For the first time, brands can pair Amazon's first-party insights with our audio content for smarter audience reach and full-funnel measurement. The question for buyers is whether this saves money or just shifts more leverage to Amazon. Either way, it's another sign that the audio advertising landscape is rapidly centralizing around major tech platforms. Here's a story that perfectly illustrates how regulatory changes can create unexpected opportunities. The UK's new restrictions on less healthy food advertising, taking effect October 1st, are positioning audio as the last major safe haven for these brands. Traditional radio is completely exempt from these restrictions, while digital audio and podcasts, though technically in scope, received explicit exemptions. Meanwhile, TV faces pre-watershed bans, and all paid online advertising is prohibited regardless of timing. Andrew Goldsmith from Adelicious put it bluntly: audio has become the last major safe haven for these brands. Podcasts and streaming are no longer a nice-to-have, but a strategic growth channel. The numbers support this opportunity. YouGov data shows 94% of weekly podcast listeners are involved in household grocery shopping decisions. That's exactly the demographic food brands need to reach. But here's the warning. Goldsmith notes they're already seeing a sizable shift in the volume of briefs and caution that brands waiting until January could be left fighting over scraps. The challenge will be balance. Audio can't become oversaturated with food advertising, or regulations might expand to include these currently exempt channels. Let's wrap up with two interconnected stories about the evolution of podcasting. First, Dua Lipa's Service 95 book club on Spotify is proving the power of video podcasts with some remarkable stats. Since launching in May, over 1.2 million users have streamed both Dua Lipa's music and podcast. And here's the crucial detail: 86% of listeners watch with video in the foreground. That's not passive consumption, that's active engagement with visual content. The crossover data is fascinating too. Dua's music fans consume podcasts across comedy, health and fitness, society and culture, education, and music, showing how celebrity podcasts can introduce new audiences to the medium. This connects directly to our final story. The Ambies are joining On Air Fest in New York for February 23rd, 2026, creating podcasting's biggest week. The Podcast Academy's awards will now be part of On Air Fest's evolution into an always-on cultural hub. They're also adding 5 new categories, including Best Use of Video in a Podcast, perfect timing given what we're seeing with Dua Lipa's success, and the broader shift toward video-first podcast consumption. So there you have it, 5 stories that show podcasting continuing to mature, professionalize, and find new audiences. From Hollywood legends bridging generational gaps to regulatory changes creating unexpected opportunities, the medium keeps evolving in fascinating ways. The common thread: podcasting isn't just audio anymore. It's video, it's real-time news, it's sophisticated audio advertising technology, and it's celebrity culture. The industry is expanding in all directions simultaneously. That's Podwire's 5 Things for Wednesday, September 17th. I'm your host, Miguel, reminding you to stay curious, stay informed, and keep those earbuds charged. We'll be back tomorrow with 5 more essential stories from the world of podcasting. Don't forget to subscribe to joinpodwires.com. and be a paid subscriber to support our work. Until then, happy listening.
That's your wrap. Want the inside track on podcasting? JoinPodwires.com is your next stop. Subscribe to the newsletter for the latest trends and tap into the marketplace to connect with jobs, creators, and brands shaping audio's future. Don't just listen, get involved. Head to joinpodwires.com today.